That's nice.
I have a good friend that buys this stuff by the case. He absolutely loves this beer, and like
It's a solid beer, man.
It's just it's a beer flavored beer.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah, they need, because of their client base, they need a beer that they can sell to a 22-year-old college kid or an 85-year-old grandfather.
Yeah.
You know, and everything in between.
Nothing startling. Just a solid, straightforward beer.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, they asked us to start putting it in bottles so they could sell it out of their gift shop.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's what we did. And we said, yeah, that's fine as long as you don't mind us selling it in bottles. In our store
Exactly,
too.
yeah.
Said, nope.
Yeah.
Since then, it's migrated to the grocery stores as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's very awesome. Very good. I like that one. Put your cup down.
Huh? Oh, thanks. She's our driver.
I'm the driver.
Yeah, yeah. It was really small. That happens.
She's gonna kill me.
That certainly happens. So this is just our winter. This is we make a Belgian double for our winter. So, you know, candied Belgian sugar in it. You've got our Trappist yeast strain, just our house, you know, Trappist Belgian yeast strain in it. So it's real easy to drink. Again, it's unspiced. So unlike a lot of winters on the market, there's none of that nutmeg and cinnamon. It's just really easy. You know, we pride ourselves on two things. One, making beer to style. And two, making a little bit heavier of a beer. We have we're notorious for making a bigger alcohol beer.
Yeah.
The first time we did our session IPA, which is Bouncy House, the guys brewed it at 5.1%, and we were like, guys, that's not session. And the brewers are like, it is to us.
They're like, we could sit and drink it. I don't know what your problem is.
Our local brewery, the one we go to all the time, is Belgian beers.
Oh yeah, nice.
So their first stab at a session was 5.6.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, that's low for us.
Yeah.
You know, they got a 12.
And then they brought
12%
one down to
triple,
just a
you know.
5. And we're like, all right, guys.
There's a local brewery called Notch that makes a bunch of session beers, and they make a Belgian table beer, which is similar to the Grisette. That is, it's 2.8%. You want to talk about session?
Wow, you can sit there and drink that all day. That's
Lots of
awesome.
flavor too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is good. I like this one.
Yeah, this one's
is
a really
nice.
nice-
Sweet. I like sweeter beers.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, it
real
doesn't
nice.
linger on the palate.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Which is nice.
It's not like
Yeah.
exactly. It's not something you're like, well, this is candy, but it's a little sweeter.
Gotta make sure my friend Kit gets some.
Yeah.
This one's really good. I like this.
This is gorgeous. Floor.
Yeah, this one's really good.
Oh, you're gonna
Chug
kill me.
lug.
Well, and no means you have to feel like you have to finish it.
Chug
Yeah.
I always feel I have to finish the last one. It's good. It's like, yeah. All right, yeah.
Me too.
I'll man up.
I shouldn't even
We're
be.
going for food after this. So
Where you
we're
going?
going to Earth Eagle.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Those guys are great.
And then
We're doing
Stoneface
Stone
after
Face
that.
after
Heck
that.
You
Yeah.
should do the Portsmouth Brewery as well.
Which one?
Yeah.
It's the Portsmouth Brewery. That's
Portsmouth
our sister brewery.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually have a timetable today. We've got to get back to his niece's basketball game. So
We have hours.
we do have hours. We
You
do.
have lots of beers to
Yeah.
see between now and then.
Oh, no kidding.
And we're in town until Saturday, so we can always come back out.
Well, you got to do Tributary while you're in town.
Tributary.
Yeah.
That's Todd Mott's new place.
Where's
I
that?
haven't even seen it.
It's in Kittery, Maine.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we can get up to Maine. We might be able to. We
You're-
might. We could do that Thursday maybe.
I live in Maine.
Do you?
Okay,
We're
it's
out of
20
Manchester.
It's 25 minutes from
Well,
here.
we're out of Manchester though.
And
25 minutes.
And when the brewers say,
Oh, that's true. Write that down.
this is,
Tributary.
so we went to a bottle shop to go ahead and get recommendations. of
Sure,
what we got.
yeah.
They were kind of worthless.
But I'll take the.
The bottle shop was kind of worthless. Let's be honest.
What?
They were like, well, they might do something. They might do something. They were.
So
Wasn't bad.
Smut Labs.
Yeah.
That's the
This is your-
experimental arm of the company.
Okay.
Right? So you had the white IPA, the rye stout, and the goes. Those are all made out of that Smut Labs label as well. On top of that, we brewed the Mistletoe out of that facility this year as well.
That was really good.
That's your secret location. On a map.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. It's the old brewery.
It's the old brewery.
Yeah.
We have your small kit.
Yeah, it's a 50-barrel system.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, small batch.
Small-ish.
Yeah, so the original plan with this brewery was to move that system over here.
Yeah.
We identified very early on that we wanted to commit this building to more sustainability, more environmentalism. That system is very inefficient.
Yeah.
Right.
So we committed to upgrading the system to an 85-barrel Steinecker system. But that left us that old system to play around with. So now we have the best of both worlds. We have a small batch system. We can do actually 25-barrel batches out of that system as well. So we have the ability to do small batch, artisanal, one-off, collaborative, barrel aging, wild yeast, all that kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Or we have the ability to produce the same shoals, the same brown dog, the same, every time. So we have that high-end production facility as well as that experimental.
It's funny. I mean, small barrel, 50.
Yeah, well, it's all relative, right?
Absolutely.
I like this.
It was like
This is
the
good.
place we go, Iron Fist. They're small. It's 5 barrels, right?
Yeah.
Earth Eagle's a barrel and a half.
Is
It's
it
a barrel
really?
and a half, yeah.
That's awesome.
This is excellent.
Well, the place that we go to all the time, they just upgraded in the last year or so to their 5-barrel system, right?
Oh, for the small batch stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, this Grisette, so this is part of the, so Charlie's doing, the head brewer over there is doing a farmhouse series.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 different series that he's working on over there. One's the farmhouse, so it's a whole bunch of different farmhouse styles. The other one is a Berliner Weiss series. So he's got
I saw it's coming out on the 27th.
that's the Imperial Peach one.
Oh, yeah.
I've got if you want to try it, I've got a Berliner Weiss in the cold room or in the bottle cooler right now. It's just a plain flavored Berliner Weiss. The one that came out before that was a strawberry Berliner Weiss.
Wow.
So there's a whole series of these fruit and herb.
I know. I
ones.
saw the peach when I was dying, and then he was like, "Oh, it's not till the 27th."
He's gonna do he's toying around. He's just brewed it at a home batch, a spicy basil Berliner Weiss,
Wow.
like all sorts of really just fun.
Yeah.
And then the last series that he does is a Brett series.
Oh.
And so it's a whole bunch of. We've got 2 different Bretts that we've released. One's Brett and I. So that's a golden Belgian age. So primaries with a Belgian yeast strain.
Yeah.
And then it goes into neutral oak barrels for 13 months and ferments with Brett. It's a mix of Brett 2 and Brett 3, so you get everything from the tart flavors to the little farmy flavors.
Got it.
That one's a really popular beer. We've done that one a number of times. And then we have another beer in that series called Hugs and Rainbows, which is a red ale, 100% Brett fermentation. So you're talking 9 months in barrels
Hugs and
for that
Rainbows.
one.
That's the best beer name ever.
He's got another one coming out soon in that same series. It's called Kittens and Kisses.
Nice.
So he wanted to call one Unicorn Tears, and that's when the director of Brewing House put his foot down. And was like, I am not doing a beer.
That
You have to
would
have
have
a beer
been the
called Unicorn
best.
It's got to live up to it, though.
That would have been the
It is.
best ever.
His Brett beers are ridiculous.
Yeah.
That Hugs and Rainbows, and Charlie's got a big enough head. The Hugs and Rainbows is I had to sit him down one day and be like, look, dude, I'm going to tell you something that you cannot get overly excited for. That is the best beer I've ever had. He was like, no way. And then later on that
like-
same day, I heard him talking to somebody. He's like, yeah, people have called it the best beer in the world. I told you not to rip his mouth.
That's
awesome,
awesome.
man.
That's very cool.
Right.
So how far out do you guys distribute?
We're in 26 states.
Yeah. Are you in California?
We are.
They're in California,
Where?
but we don't see all of the
Southern
special
Cal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we export mostly our what's known as our big beer series. So the Smuttynose is part of that series.
So we will see that out there?
Sure.
So we're in
San Diego.
Yeah, that's where we. So we did the Clusters last stand with Stone a few years ago.
Okay.
When they wanted their 900 bottles, we put them in 22. So when they wanted theirs, we shipped them out there, and they were like, guys, you need to register at the state. You need to do all this stuff. Why don't you just start sending us other beer as well? Our distributor we really like. Why don't you see if you can't forge a relationship with them? We did, and so now we send mostly IPAs because that's the market.
Yeah.
So it's the finest kind, the rye IPA, the Bouncy House IPA.
Really nice IPAs, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
As someone, we consume all of the ones locally. I mean, and
Yeah.
really good stuff.
Wait till you go over to Stoneface. They've
Yeah.
got some. Oh man, they make.
Yeah, we've been told
at that
that's the
same
place
bottle
to
shop.
go.
We heard that Stoneface makes the best IPA in New Hampshire. I don't want to.
No, I mean it's pretty close. It's the problem with. And I
Consistency,
love
small shop.
No, not at all. No, they're
Really?
really consistent.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Pete does a really nice job. No, I find that their hop profile is the same in their pale ale, their IPA, and their double IPA.
Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
I find it boring. And so there's nothing wrong. I drink the shit out of their IPA and their
Yeah.
pale ale.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's just after a while I'm kind of like,
Over it.
let's see something else,
Yeah,
guys. Let's
yeah.
see something
Yeah.
like all of our IPAs have a completely different hop profile. To me, that's more exciting. That's more
I'm not
dynamic.
gonna lie, right
I mean,
now my
Stone locked
favorite
in,
IPA ever is that white IPA. I think that's the
That white-
best
that
IPA
white
I've
IPA
had
is
in a
good.
while. It's really good.
Yeah, Charlie did a nice job of that one as well. All right, so let's see. So the next one, I want to make sure you guys got a chance to try Shoals because this is the first beer we ever made.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's still in our portfolio, which is nice. You know, it's got to say something. It's a classic pale ale. It's on that same vein as like maybe an ESB. It's just a little bit overly hopped for that. So it's a lot of our favorite beer in house.
Oh, I like. It's really good.
That's nice. It's got a lot of flavor.
Yeah, this is our when we made this beer for the first time on this system. The entire office, production staff, everybody emptied out into the bottling line to see the first runs of bottles
Right,
come through,
yep.
and they were just pulling them off and cracking them. Oh, it's so good! 9 o'clock in the morning, we're all like,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
this is what this beer is.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
So again, beer flavored beer. You know, just
Yeah,
really solid,
no, it's
really
great.
easy to drink.
Really great.
Compare with about 9,000 different styles, you know, whether you want
Yeah.
spicy food or burger
Yeah.
or pizza or whatever.
That's awesome.
So,
It's interesting for me. I didn't drink beer. I used to live in Manchester, New Hampshire. That's where I grew up. We moved out to California, 9 years ago?
Yeah.
9 years ago, never really drank beer. Got into beer there, and to come back home and go, hey, look, we have beer too.
Yeah, so we were so excited. We were like, look, they're breweries. Woo!
It's amazing.
yeah, a lot of them too.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
This one's really good. I'll edit out some of the stuff.
This makes sense. You can edit that part. I've had so much to drink.
I know.
This is
That's really good. That grisette's a 3.5. You could drink that all day long.
hoping we'll just buy some of that. We'll bring some of that home.
I have to get a picture of the aftermath.
We've got some really fun things in the works.
Keep
but
shutting
this
itself off.
style's excellent.
I have a 12-pack of the finest kind IPA at home. I like that. That's really nice.
Thank you. Thanks for the support. Appreciate
yeah.
that.
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah, it's a nice beer. Charlie really knows what he's doing down there. And it's got one of those, he's got a good thing going because we have the freedom now to be able to, like I was saying, you know, do those artisanal one-off, you know, if we find it something that we really like, this Berliner by style, we can now create a series around it, do different herbs, different fruits, different vegetables.
Yeah.
With the orchard here that we have at Toll Farm, we have the ability now to even grow some of the things with some of those one-off beers. We've got stone fruit and peaches and apples and all sorts of things. So now what we'll be able to do is replicate some of those styles and even grow some of those things because the idea of the restaurant, what we're doing here, we're trying to lower not only our material needs and our energy needs, but we're trying to make it so that, some of those ingredients can come from Toll Farm.
Right.
So whether we're growing, peppers and cucumbers and carrots for the restaurant, or whether we're growing brewing spices that can be utilized not necessarily here at Toll Farm, but down at Smut Labs,
right.
Have that ability. It's just, we're experiencing this revival, it's the best of both worlds. It's really fun.
Right, yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
Just the amount of experimentation you're doing and all the different varieties. I mean, you always see with Sam Adams 65 varieties. I'm seeing how many varieties you're putting out. You're almost like going to be the dominant.
Well, there's so many beer styles in the world that, you might as well be able to take advantage of. You don't have to do, a banana pepper chili flake infused with coffee grounds and there's nothing wrong with that. Brewing with that, experimentation. There's something really fun with that. Down at Smut Labs, we experiment with all sorts of different flavors all day long. Charlie's made a dark Belgian ale brewed with macerated figs that have been soaked in a vanilla bean vodka.
Yeah.
Or vanilla bean brandy, excuse me. It was one of those beers that you had it on draft and went, holy mackerel, I have never experienced anything like this.
Yeah.
But those things sometimes aren't realistic out in the trade.
Right.
To replicate those things, to have those things on tap in Boston, New York, Chicago, it doesn't make sense to do it in scale. So,
It wouldn't make money either.
You make no money, and sometimes it's so much work making some of these.
Exactly, but we
small volume
we
things.
have the ability to replicate some of these really classic styles, whether it's the Goes, whether it's the Short Weiss, the Berliner Weiss style. I mean, we can play around now. Oh, there's JT. Why don't I grab it?
Okay.
I'll get another picture of you over there on that one.
I really have to pee so bad.
All right.
I'm done.
FB, Instagram, and Twitter. The recording keeps shutting itself off, and I don't know how to make it not do that.
We need to find an app that we can do the recording. We're missing a lot of gold.
Yeah.
But, maybe Terry can get that with the PR guy. So that's fine.
Yeah. And plus, he said all the info on the beers is on the site, so we can go dig some of that stuff up too.
But not some of these special ones though.
No. He said even like the
that Berliner Weiss. Oh my.
Yeah. Like he said the farm one, and I've got the pictures of all the names of them. So.
Are you able to represent if I ask that woman where the bathroom is?
Yeah, make a run. I can represent.
He's in between meetings.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah.
No problem.
So,
Yeah, the guy's gonna talk to him later anyway, so and he knows better questions to ask than we do. We
Okay.
really are just kind of hangers on, so happen to be in the right place at the right time.
yeah, no doubt. that? No, he's just in between. He's trying
Yeah, he was in
trying to
between
eat
meetings,
between
yeah.
meetings.
No, no, no.
So that's fine. Terry will talk to him on the phone.
Yeah.
So we get that part done.
I actually have to run. I got to find our facilities
No problem.
manager. We were having a little issue out front. So
No problem.
it was a pleasure talking with you.
Yeah, it
Thanks
was
for
great.
tuning in.
Do you have a card?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have any brewery on that card.
Nah, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Thank you very much.
My
It's
pleasure.
been great. Thanks so much for the extra, the specialty beers and everything. It was awesome.
I appreciate all
Thank
the
you.
hard work.
No problem.
It was very difficult.
Yeah, this is hard work for sure. Where was the bathrooms?
Are we not getting JT?
No, he's in between meetings, so that was
We can get a tour? Or?
We didn't really ask for one. I don't